My favorite gear of the year. What's up everyone, I'm Jack Fossett. Welcome to the channel and welcome to this review of some of my favorite gear that I've acquired this year. Now, important thing that I just said there, this is not actually all new gear. This is not a video that's the top gear that I've tried that came out in 2024, because a lot of times I just review what I get my hands on, and sometimes I get my hands on older stuff. So I'm not trying to keep up with the pack when it comes to brand new reviews of new releases and things. I kind of just like reviewing whatever I find interesting, which could be something that's no longer in production from 30 years ago. You know, who knows? So this is my favorite gear that I've acquired this year. Now the second part is there's a lot of gear that I've reviewed that I've said, hey, this is really cool, this is really awesome, you should check this out, that's not on this list, and I do stand by everything that I've said. This is my personal favorite gear of the year, and one of the things that, you know, when you do gear reviews that you have to differentiate is your own personal preference versus kind of an objective look at something. So there's a lot of really cool gear that I tried, that I loved, that I would recommend to a lot of people that I might not actually personally use just because it doesn't suit my individual playing style. Doesn't mean I can't recognize that it's great for somebody else. All that being said, let's dive in. Now these are in no particular order. This is just gear that I've absolutely loved from the year. The first thing I want to mention is the Angelico XLDC. This is kind of their new flagship guitar, and it's just a great guitar. I've played a number of the DC models from various levels. The XLDC is just a superb guitar. It punches way above its weight for its price point. Sounds absolutely great. This is part of that review. Now, hey, as I do this to make money, if you're interested in any of the gear that I'm mentioning, there are going to be a number of different affiliate links that you can check them out through. You'll find links to everything that's applicable below. So if you're interested in any of this gear, if you do shopping through any of those links, it's going to help me out. It'll cost nothing extra to you. In fact, in some cases, it's going to save you money. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. The next thing, this is from a company that I absolutely love working with. These are the RAF2 pickups from Righteous Sound Pickups. Really incredible PAF style set that I think really saved my 335. I had a hard time finding the right set of pickups for my 335, which is a guitar that I absolutely love. These pickups just absolutely fit the bill. Next up, we're going to go with the pedal. This year, for the first time, I did some reviews with Brown amplification, which people have just been raving about, and so I wanted to try them out. And I collaborated with Brown on a review of their Carbon X, which is like a kind of like a dual blues breaker style overdrive. It just sounds phenomenal. All right, another company that I worked with for the first time is Vola, and I have their JZ Fro, which is a really cool offset, kind of Fender-ish, but also kind of harkens back to the old Japanese-made guitars. really incredible quality for the price, particularly nowadays. Made in Japan, sounds and plays awesome. This is one that if you do your shopping through the link, that's an affiliate link, but it also gets you 5% off of an already very competitively priced company. I can't say enough good things about them. They're absolutely beating the pants off of similar style guitars for the price. This is the JZ Fro. Got a great trade from my good friend Jim, and I got my hands on the Marshall SV20H and the matching cabinet. And this is probably one of the best Marshalls I've ever played. It just kind of ticks all the boxes for me for what I want from a classic sounding Marshall. I've used it for a bunch of gigs. I've done a review of it. It sounds great. Check this out. Since we're on the Marshall train, let's also do something that matches that pretty well. This year I really reignited my love of Gibson SGs. A long time ago I played Gibson SGs almost exclusively. It was like my favorite guitar, and since then I've shifted gears and used a lot of different things. And this year I got my hands on an older SG61 reissue, which is just a superb guitar. Very similar to the one they make nowadays, so if you're interested in it, you can check out the one that they make nowadays. That really the most notable difference was they used to have kind of a bigger headstock, like the vintage style. Now they have a narrower headstock. Still an awesome guitar. I actually, for the first time ever, played the national anthem for the Portland Sea Dogs, which is my local minor league baseball team, and I used this guitar. It just sounds amazing. We'll stick with guitars here. Got my hands on a couple of different guitars that are ones that I've wanted for ages, including an old American vintage reissue 1952 style Telecaster. And this is a special one because it's from the year that I started playing guitar, and it's one of the first guitars I ever really wanted. So I finally got one. This was from Rock City Music Company in Detroit. And if you go to their site, use the code that's listed below, and that will get you 15% off if you shop through them on applicable purchases. So check out this guitar from this awesome local brick and mortar music store in Detroit. All right, I also continued my love of Gretch guitars, and I was able to get a Gretch Jet through the Zounds affiliate program that I absolutely love. This is a modern, it's the Player's Edition Jet in this beautiful, it's like a Sahara gold metallic. And Gretch, I think, are doing one of the coolest things with the Player's Editions of giving it vintage style, but modern appointments like the fixed bridge and all kinds of different things. This guitar is just phenomenal. I've absolutely loved it. It's kind of cool for someone who wants a Les Paul style guitar, but maybe wants more of a slender tone. Just a great, great guitar. One more set of pickups. This is the Anthem Plus set from Porter. I put these in one of my older Les Pauls, which is a guitar that I've loved, but I've gone through a bunch of different sets of pickups, kind of trying to find the right ones. These are Alnico 4, but they're overwound, so they're a bit more aggressive, but they still retain that beautiful PAF style warmth, and they just fit this guitar perfectly, and I don't particularly ever want to change them out of this guitar. This is the way this guitar should sound. I am absolutely sure of it. Now, the last thing on my list, which I would say is probably the number one, this was a birthday gift from my wife. Absolutely phenomenal Telecaster. This is an FSR American Standard from 2009 with a matching headstock. Now, what's particularly special about this one is not just that it's an amazing Telecaster, but I actually have one of the matching Stratocasters from that same year that we got the year that we got married. Now, that one I've used on a number of different recordings. I don't use it a ton for regular videos because I loaded it with the Seymour Duncan lipstick Strat pickups, which kind of have a unique tone. And with videos of guitar gear, I try and use more standard stuff that kind of everybody will be able to relate to. But it's absolutely one of my favorite guitars and has been for a long time. And so now I have a Telecaster that, different color, but it matches from the same set. And this guitar is just phenomenal. So we'll close out with this one. Please let us know, what gear did you get this year that you absolutely love? What gear do you hope to get in 2025? Do any of your shopping, if you're interested in any of that stuff, through the various links below. Some of it, again, you get discounts on. I'm Jack Fossett. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you all have a happy new year.